Hello, my name is Alistair, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about loops. Um, so let's just dive straight into it. A loop is an action that is performed until a condition is met. That's quite simple, right? So let's do that. Let's start out by creating a variable. And in this case, we want to do an int. And let's say we will call the int for index. And we'll give that a value of 10. So now we have a variable, an integer, named index, that has the value of 10. Now there are different kinds of loops, and let's start with the most dangerous one, a while. So we can say while, and then it needs a condition. So we can say while index is less than 100. Actually, just for it to make sense, we're going to say it's 0. And we can say while is less than 10. We will write whoop to the console. So while index is less than 10, it's going to write write whoop to the console. Now, if I just run this, it's going to continue forever because the value of index is never going to change. And I want it to be written into the console 10 times. And I'm saying while is less than 10, it should be doing this. So index is 0. So after I write whoop, I need to add 1 to index. There are many ways to do this. The most popular and most efficient one is to write index plus plus. This will add 1. You could also do index plus 1. This will also work. No, it will not work. Equals plus 1. You could do index equals index plus 1. But the correct way of doing it is saying index plus plus. So let's try to run this, and hopefully we will not be in an eternal loop. And we get whoop whoop out into the console 10 times. Wonderful. Now, a while loop is fairly dangerous because for some reason index could not be set or whatever, and then the program would continue forever. Let me show you. And this is just going to run for eternity until all the memory is used up and everything is breaking down. Now this is a fairly simple operation, so it won't do any damage, but had it been a memory consuming operation, it would be murder for the system. So we can have that. But let's quickly go over what we're actually doing. So we are saying while index is less than 10, write this, add 1 to index. So index will be 1, it will be 2, it will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, until it hits 10. As soon as it hits 10, we break out of the loop and we go to the next line in the code, which is console write line. Now, there is a better loop. There are many better loops, but a little easier loop to use is a for loop. So it's a bit more complex, but you'll get it. So we can say for int I equals 0, semicolon. Now we have a new variable called I that's equal to 0. Then we can say while I is less than, let's say index, then we're using that variable. We want to add 1 to I. And we're going to set index to be 10 now. Now we're getting into some, well, not complex stuff, but a little more coding. So let's look at what we're doing. We're saying we're creating I, the variable I, setting it to 0. We're saying while I is less than index, we want to perform whatever action we have in here. And then we're adding 1 to I. So it's going to be 0, 1, 2, and so forth. So it should write out 10 times. Let's do console, write line, and let's do a whop whop. And if we run this, we are getting 10 whop whops. Easy peasy, right? Pretty simple stuff. So this is going to be it for this video, going through loops as simple as possible. Now we're going to be looking into more complex data types and on how to tie everything together in a short while. We're also going to be talking about for each loops and stuff like that. But for now I think we're good. I hope you enjoyed this video and it helps you. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the console in the comments. I'm happy to answer. Thank you for watching and goodbye.